Alright, in this contact tutorial, I'm going to teach you everything there is to know about contacts. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the main contacts page up here. And usually the first thing you want to do when first starting off is importing your contacts. So you can click here to import, and you have a bunch of different options to import from. We normally recommend importing from Excel. Now if you already have an Excel sheet that you have your contacts on, or you've exported from another software, you want to first click here to download our Excel template. And let's open this up to show you what it looks like. So you need to put all your contacts into this template. This will make things a lot easier for you. So pretty much here are the headers. You do not want to touch these, leave these alone. But first name, you can do your first name, last name, all the information can go here for the contact. And you can even import matter information as well for each contact as well. Now, if you have multiple matters for each contact, just put the same information on the second line, the same contact information, and then add the second matter information on the right. Now, if you've added custom fields to the software, you can also add the column headers here for custom fields. Once you're ready with that, you're going to want to save it and then click here to select the file and import it into Practice Panther. Once you make your first import, it will take about an hour to import everything in. You should see all the contacts here. So let's go ahead and actually create our first new contact. So you can click this new button on the top right, or click new on the top left and select contact. Now when adding a new contact, you have all the basic information you see here: name, phone number, email address, notes. Birthday is actually a custom field I created. We'll get into custom fields later, but you can create unlimited custom fields for things you want to keep track of, like who they were referred by, nationality. These are all custom fields. And if you want to make a new one on the go, just click add custom field and you can click here to create a new custom field. Now, if you have your client's cell phone number, you can put their cell phone number in here. And what this will do is actually send them SMS, text message reminders for any upcoming meetings, events, appointments, court dates that you have that you've assigned to them, which means they will also be getting reminders and alerts, so they'll never forget anything. If you want to enable the client portal, check this box yes, and we'll go into a lot more detail about the client portal in another video, but basically this will send them an email if they have an email address on file here to enable and activate and log in to their client portal, where you could start assigning them tasks, to-do lists, events. You could share invoices with them. They could see all the payments they've made. They could send you secure encrypted messages. So this is very, very powerful. All right, scrolling down here, you can assign this contact to someone else. So what does this mean? If you're using your security roles, which we'll cover in a different video, basically you can limit access to certain people in the software. So let's say this other person I have in my firm, Eitan. If I don't want him to be able to view any contacts that I've added in, the only way he'll be able to view contacts or matters is if I assign it to him. Now this is only if you're using security roles to block him out. Tags is a really important feature. You can use tags to keep track of where all your contacts and leads came from. So I have a few examples here. All you need to do is to type in a new one and it will automatically add it in. So let's say they found you from Facebook. So I would just type in Facebook ad, and I would click here to add a new tag, and they came from Facebook. This is a really easy way to keep track of where all your leads came from. Contact number. You could add any number to your contact, let's say 150, and it will automatically increment to the next number if you have it set in your settings. So if I go to my settings, I'll then click on company settings. And over here, you will have auto numbering. So I want to turn on contacts and matters if I wanted to automatically add a new contact or matter number going forward from now on. And I want to click save at the bottom. All right, so let's go back here. Now right below, you have your client portal settings. This is settings specific to this contact only. So these are things that I can either show or hide to this client in their client portal. I don't need to show them everything. And this is a little bit more advanced. This is sync settings. When you eventually sync your files, emails, and contacts, you will see this now. So if I don't want to sync my files, emails, or contacts for this specific contact, I can just turn this off. Now that I'm all done, I can click save. Okay, the contact is now saved. So this is the contact overview. From here, I could see all the amount of money the contact has in trust for all the matters they have with me, all the amount of money they've ever paid me for all matters, how much money is due, and how much money is billable that I need to create invoices for if I have billable time entries and expenses. Now, if I need to edit this contact or delete it, I have the edit and delete button up here. I could always create a new matter from the top right from here for this contact. I could stop following this contact from here. Now, if I follow this contact, which I follow by default, anytime anything happens to this contact, someone adds a new time entry, expense, an invoice, they make a payment, I will get a notification alert from here, unless I click here to stop following them, like you see here. If I want to create anything new for this contact, instead of clicking here to make a new thing, I will click this new button on the top right because it's inside of the contact. So I can make a new task, event, node, call, invoice, whatever I want. And if I do it from here, you will notice that it will automatically fill in the contact information for me. If I scroll down, I have all the tabs on top, which shows me all the information about this contact that I can keep adding in. I have all the contact information that I just filled out. Down below, I have the history, which shows me when I created this contact, who created the contact, and who last modified this information. Now, at the very bottom of every single page in the software is probably the most important box you're ever going to use. This is what we call our feed. So this is where you're going to be able to type in any notes regarding this contact, or when you create matters or tasks or events or even invoices. Every single page in the software has this box. This is your quick notes box. So if you ever need to write any quick notes, like client called in and asked for an update, anything like this, this is where you're going to write it in. Every phone call you have with them. So the idea is that anytime you have any interaction or any new updates about this contact, you're going to type it in here so anyone else in your firm can see it and be updated on this contact. Now, one more thing I left out. When you are creating a new contact, you have this new button up here as well to add a new company. What this does, it will give you a company name if you want to add it in, more custom fields for the company, but more importantly, if let's say you're working on a case and it has multiple people you're dealing with, you can click here now and add multiple people to this company, you can say. It doesn't have to be a company, but you could just add multiple contacts to link them all together here. Let's go ahead and go back. Now that I've added my first real contact into the software, I'm going to click Contacts on top, and this will show me all the contacts I have in the software. So the first thing you're going to notice now on the top are the filters. It could show me either primary contacts or all contacts. So what's a primary contact? Like I just showed you a second ago, whenever you add a company with multiple contacts, the first person, the first contact you added in on top is the primary contact. And the other ones are the all contacts. Now you could see all the primary contacts that are assigned to you, for example. So you could filter to see the contacts assigned to other people in the firm. But let's just do, we'll do me for now. Now, I also have my tags here. So just like you saw before, we added Facebook in, but I didn't save it. So I can see all the different types of areas that I got my contacts or leads from, all my lead sources. So if I want to see all my leads that came from Google Ads, I just click on the tag and it will sort the results and show me all the contacts that came from Google. So the cool thing is that at the end of the week or the end of the month or the end of the year, I can see how much money I spent on Google Ads, and then I can see all the results of how much money I actually made for all the contacts. Now, a really easy way to summarize this, you could click this Excel icon on the top right to export this information to Excel or to a PDF. Now, if I want to see more information, more fields, more columns, what I can do is click this button on the top right to choose columns, and I could add in more columns. If I have any custom fields, all I need to do is click all contacts, and now I can click choose columns, and it'll show me all the different columns and even my custom fields like you see here. I could search for contacts just by typing it into here, and it will search within a few seconds through all my contacts in the whole system. And if I want to sort my contacts by ascending or descending order, you have these 3 dots. So I can click on this dot and sort ascending for my contact names, for example. Or I could even use filters and play around with it and do some advanced filters if I want as well. And last but not least, I can also go back to my primary contacts, and now we'll have these check boxes on the left where I can click here and delete multiple contacts at one time. Or if I hover over any contact, this will let me edit the contact, create a new matter for the contact, or send them a secure encrypted message through the client portal. Now, you also have this search box on the top left. This is what people generally use for conflict search. So I'll search for a contact named Edward and I'll click enter. And it will automatically search the entire software for all the contact names, matter names, activities, so tasks, events, emails, notes, everything, time entries, expenses, and notes in the software, even the new notes that we showed you before in the fields. So this is the best way to do a conflict search and search for everything in the software. All right, so go ahead and start importing your contacts and let us know if you need any help at all. You can just click here and go to our help center to type in more information, find more information on contacts.